Welcome to the Love Hub channel, where we discuss matters of the heart and give relationship advice to women. In today's episode, we are going to talk about red flags in men. Remember, the Love Hub is a judgment-free zone. We don't judge women here. We are your safe space. And if this video will resonate with you, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Now let's get to the topic. Sign 1. He considers you a couple after one date. Psychologists say that those in love should declare themselves a couple around 2 months after the first date. You don't just rush into things. It's important for you to get to know each other before you get into a commitment. The timing can vary depending on the people. These couple of months are enough to create an approximate, valid opinion about a person you are spending your time with. You can tell if you are falling for that person. But if a person doesn't allot enough time to get to know you better, it means that they aren't interested in you at all. A man who can wait for you will wait for you patiently. He won't rush you into something that you're not ready for. So if you've only been on one date and he suddenly declares that you are already a couple and he won't stop talking about it and he won't even try to get your opinion about it, then that is a big red flag. It's possible that he has control issues. You're not even in a relationship yet and he is already making the decisions. He's not even getting any kind of input from you, which tells me that he probably doesn't value what you have to say or what you believe. If you've only been on one date and he's already trying to call all the shots, you need to put him in his place. Remember, you're not in a relationship yet. You can still walk away if you don't feel right about it. Sign 2. He gives you sweet nicknames, but he hardly knows you. Studies show that sweet nicknames can make a relationship stronger and easier. Who doesn't like it when our husbands or our boyfriends call us sweetheart or babe? It shows endearment, and it can definitely spice up a relationship. However, this mostly pertains to couples, people that already are in a committed relationship with one another. There is already a certain level of comfort there. But if on the first day, instead of addressing you with your name, you start hearing him calling you honey or sweetheart or darling, and there's really no tenderness in his tone, then that is a red flag. Psychologists say that your potential partner is simply trying to depersonalize you, turning you into just another girl from his list. Sign 3. He is ready to meet your parents right away and makes plans for the future. Usually, it is the women who likes to force big events and pick names for their future kids. However, there are also men who start declaring their grand plans during the first stages of the relationship. They show that they really want to meet their girlfriend's parents, and they would want to introduce her to his parents too. And this would be fine if you're already in a committed relationship and you've already had discussions about this. However, if he decided to do this on his own and didn't even get any input from you, then this is a red flag. Again, like sign number 1, there seems to be an issue with control. He is so ready to meet your parents and he's ready to make all the plans for your future, but not involve you in it. That's just not right. Any big decision that is to be made in a relationship needs the involvement of both partners. Sign 4. He wants to move in together right away. According to some experts, a couple needs to answer some questions before they start living together so that they don't break up after just a couple of weeks. It's a big thing to move in together. You are going to be taking up a lot of obligations towards each other. This requires a lot of love, patience, and commitment. If a man is rushing to make these significant decisions, it is worth trying to understand why he is doing it. Maybe he simply needs a relationship for the sake of having one, and it doesn't really matter to him who his partner is. He simply wants to move in together. Is it possible that your man feels very insecure? That's why he's rushing you into this relationship. He wants to make sure that you never get away from him. There are red flags that you need to consider before making big decisions, and this is one of them. Sign 5. He gets jealous too easily. When a relationship contains distrust and jealousy, that may spell doom for the relationship. There's just too many negative emotions that are attached to those two things. There is another negative thing a woman should consider when facing jealousy at the beginning of a relationship. Early jealousy can be a signal of a future abuse from their partner. So you have to notice it from the start. Sign 6. He stops communicating with his loved ones. It may seem like a serious move at first glance when a man spends all his free time and attention with the girl that he likes. However, psychologists warn that meeting too frequently at the beginning of a relationship can seriously harm its development. The best way to protect it is to stay aware and don't brush things up. A man shouldn't drop his personal circle of friends and relatives for the sake of his potential partner, because there is also a possibility that your partner will start demanding the same from you. So try to limit your time and communicate with your loved ones as much as you can. Try to maintain a life outside of this relationship. Don't drop your loved ones for just one man, and he shouldn't do the same for you. You need to have your own interests and hobbies. You still need to live your own lives. Sign 7. He is too aggressive and overprotective. A man that protects and cares about your well-being deserves respect. But sometimes these efforts might go beyond the norm. If a man throws a tantrum in a cafe, or is rude to a waiter, or spills his girlfriend's cappuccino on a barista because it didn't have enough foam, the character of this man should be questioned. This behavior can be an effort to impress you, or it can also signal that your man will treat you the same way in the future. So be very wary when he starts acting aggressively towards other people. Sign 8. He wants your passwords. You're not even married yet, and he's already demanding your most personal information. This is a huge red flag, and you should avoid it when you see it coming. These are just some of the red flags you may see in your man. Remember, you know your relationship better than we do. We're just here to give you some advice. Thank you for tuning in to the Love Hub channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time!